This is Twosun TS142, as we see in the description of this video, on the title. So this knife is pretty expensive. This is one of the most expensive Twosun knives. The lower price you can find it online is $250. $250 in White Mountain knives, but it's out of stock. Why is it so expensive? Because it's M390 steel, and they're using the real one. And this is the integral titanium handle, which is the expensive part. I mean, the handle is all one titanium piece, milled from one titanium piece. So you have micarta inlays, which are feeling pretty cool, and carbon fiber inlays here. So the opening and closing of this knife, I mean, the opening is a little bit awkward. Sometimes I cannot reverse flip it like now. Yes, now I did it. Sometimes I can't. Maybe I have to get used to it. Otherwise, pretty comfortable knife and pretty good looking, as we can see. Of course, this is not a big knife. Maybe you noticed. We can compare it to Spyderco Polymer 2, and it's pretty much smaller. It's a lot smaller. Yeah, it's a smaller knife, and the blade itself is not that small. It's not that smaller than the paramilitary, if we may say, but the paramilitary blade also is kind of small. But it's a good utilitarian knife. So the blade finish is not the best I've seen, and for the price, I don't think it's good enough. But at least in my this exact knife. But I don't have complaints for the liner here, or the frame look. I don't know how to call it, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty soft, we may say. It's not hard. It's not sharp. Everything is very well made. And which design is this? Oh, this guy. I don't remember the name. Whatever. But M390, and this is TS142. Yeah. Yeah, the most expensive Twosun knife I have. I bought it from eBay, by the way, for $200. And it was a good price. As I said, you can find it now in AliExpress for over $300, this one. And I don't know if it's worth it. Probably not. Yeah, if I have to be honest, probably around 150, 100 and something dollars will be worth it for this knife. But remember, it's an integral titanium handle. Knives with this kind of handle are more than $200 always. You cannot find, I think you cannot find a knife with this steel and this handle for less than $200. Probably it will be very difficult, but in my opinion, since this is a pretty small knife, I mean, it's not super small. It's not the smallest one. For example, let's see the one that I reviewed before this one, TS17. It's almost the same size. Of course, TS17 has a slightly bigger cutting edge, slightly longer, we may say. And the deployment of this guy is either from the top here like this, or from the bottom, reverse flip, which, I mean, both of them are working fine sometimes, but sometimes they're not. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm just, maybe I have not, I haven't get used to the knife. But other than that, I have a pretty big hand, but it's, yeah, I can handle it pretty well because of this thing here. This is something like a choil, but you have to be very careful. Now I think I cut myself a little bit because it finishes exactly where the blade starts, which is not a big issue, of course, but the finish of the blade is a little bit strange, a little bit awkward in some cases. Overall, the knife is built completely perfect, as we can expect from Twosun most of the times. It's amazing, and the design of it, I like it a lot. You see how good it looks. And yeah, it's a pretty cool knife. Of course, it's not for everybody, since it's very expensive, and we expect those Twosun knives to be kind of cheap. This is very nice here. But yeah, this one, for the quality and for the materials and for the one piece of titanium milled out for the handle, I think it's worth it. I think it's a good investment if you can find it on eBay, for example, if you can get it for about 200 $250, maybe even less if you can, but I got it for 200. So yeah, this is for now. I'm trying to make these videos for less than 5 minutes, so yeah, that's why we're just reviewing. This is my way of cataloging my knives in the YouTube, by the way. I don't think many people are watching, but it's a pretty cool knife. I like it. Even the micarta inlays, I kind of like them. When you see it in person, it's a little bit better than in pictures or videos or whatever. So, see you in the next one.